Okay, I think once again it's time for one of those videos where I'm going to talk about stuff that you won't care about the channel, about my personal, not emotions, I wouldn't call it like that, but just the way I feel about it at the moment. And what am I actually talking about? So the thing is, one thing that I'm pretty much almost entirely sure of, I will ditch the German videos again. I will make the one for Cyberport just because I need to make them so I can get a few more review units from devices that I usually don't get. So that's the one thing. But I just don't see any point anymore in doing German videos for a couple of lousy 100 views or so, but spending the same amount of time, if not even way more, like yesterday happened where something really went completely wrong. I broke my SD card, it's bent. I sweated like for about an hour here in the heat here, and it wasn't fun because in the end, and I know nobody really cares about that, and I don't worry, channel is going nowhere or something like that, but it will maybe take a little bit of a different path, and I wanted to share this with you just in case the 10 people or so care about that, because yesterday, I think it was kind of the breaking point where I just noticed when I made the German video that this is not fun. If I spend like 3 hours on trying to get a video done that just doesn't work for me at all in German, that I don't really enjoy for a few lousy views, it's just not fun. And the reviewing is still fun. The ramblings, I just recently got back to those. Those are the videos that I actually enjoy doing, and I know I won't get big with those, and I won't be able to continue doing them and still keep the reviews going on. But I will definitely make more of these videos just because I want to get back to kind of to my, not roots, because that is not where it happened, but there was a time where I made a little bit more emphasis on those videos because that's the things I actually enjoy. I know that's not the things that I will grow big with, but I also just realized a few days ago something. My subs are growing a little bit slower again, but actually I don't care. And I just said it in my last rambling that I don't want ever to hit the point where I don't care about my growth, about the views and all that. And I kind of get the feeling that I reached this point because I should, let's say in about 2 or 3 weeks, reach 20k. But what then? Maybe that's the thing that I'm not quite sure where I want to go here from on and what I want to reach, because the next 10k, the 30, if it's 20 or 30, doesn't make a difference for me at all. There would have to be a big change or anything, a big jump, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon. And then there's also the one thing that I kinda don't enjoy making the reviews the way I do them so much anymore, because I noticed doing the same kind of videos for like about 3 years now. It's getting very repetitive. Of course, it gets all the information over that I want to get, and this is the one thing that I always wanted to, because I always said I I try to give you a lot more information, or a little bit more information that I think is necessary, what I am not seeing on other channels. And that is all good and true, and I will still try to get this done, but maybe in a little bit of a different form factor, because it feels kind of boring for me getting them done, especially in the kind of flawless way that I try to do, because I'm someone who just can't talk properly, and you've seen this already so many times in the ramblings, in the live tech Q&A, in the reviews sometimes, and I and this could come with a downside, because what I want to do is in the next videos just don't care about any flaws anymore, like for example as I did in my Samsung Galaxy J3 mental breakdown video, but that was a specific case because I didn't really care about the device. But I will try to get at the same kind of thing over on the screen as I did in that review. Just don't care if I make any flaws. If I completely fail, I completely fail. And since it got actually a lot of likes compared to the normal review, I think that most of you are actually okay with that. And if new subscribers come because of that, it's great. But if some of them go away because of that, it's fine with me. And if just no new ones come, it's also fine. Because I want to get back to what I initially wanted to achieve with this channel, having fun. Of course, but also, of course, reviewing devices. Because what could happen if I take this kind of approach, that I get less and less professional, making a lot more mistakes? This is something that a lot of brands maybe would not be so happy about to see. So it could be a risk. So maybe they just don't care, continue sending me stuff devices, even though my videos could seem very amateurish, even like beginnerish. That's not a word, but totally flawed and totally wrong. But in the end, if it maybe doesn't even make an impact on the views or anything like that, maybe even people enjoy it. I don't know. I will definitely try this. But maybe if I, for example, continue doing this for a month and it completely fails and I maybe lose brands, which is something that I'm not saying that will happen, because for right now all the feedback that I got from the press agencies is pretty much zero. No one really said ever you make great videos, you made bad videos, what you say in the videos is good or not. Because from what I actually get from feedback, I could pretty much have gotten nothing, because that is what I got. I did get nothing, but I could kind of expect that no one ever even saw any review. I got maybe 2 times that thanks for the nice detailed review, and that was it. But no one ever talked about my style, the flaws, or anything like that. So that would be actually my dream scenario. If they don't watch the videos, they don't care how I put them out, and I could just be the way I wanna be with a lot more flaws. But maybe this will get me closer, because that would be my wish number one, if I could get that done. Make a review exactly the way that I do these ramblings or these kind of videos, talking to you directly. Because these are the only videos where I have no pressure at all, where I can talk exactly the way I want to. Because all the other reviews are still kind of me trying to be flawless, which I know I can't, and that's why it's a lot more pressure on me. I try to get that done and it just doesn't work. But maybe it shouldn't have to work, because if I would be a lot more loose and I would make the mistakes, maybe at some point I would here just not care, and this would kind of translate over the screen and people would actually enjoy seeing this. Because I got quite a lot of positive feedback from the Mental Breakdown review, and people saying that they really like that I don't give a shit about what I say, how I say it. Because in the end, I think it's still important that you get the information, and I think I will still give you that. And the moment I give you the information, I still will be kind of the boring robot that gives you the information, like the display is this and that, the sound is this and that. But maybe over time I could get more loose and just present this in a way that I feel a lot more comfortable with. But maybe this would just be my biggest wish, this would be actually accepted even better. Because I don't really get a great view to like ratio. Because maybe I'm too dry, maybe I'm just not personal enough, or I'm just not fancy enough. And the style of videos could of course also be a reason for that. But if this new approach that I actually wanted from the get-go would work out for me, this would be so much more worth than a growth or anything like that. So what I practically will try, I will, on the next review, which I'm not quite sure, I guess it will be maybe the revisited review of the P9 Lite, where I could kind of translate that. But what I think will suffer is not the information, but the things you will see on the screen. Because the moment I show something off, I'm more concentrated on showing that. So the perfect way for me to get it is just talk about the device and then make some B-roll. But I hate making B-roll, so this is something that I will still have to figure out. Because my dream scenario would actually be not to show anything off. Maybe the detailed part for the device itself, for the design, but the rest pretty much just talk. But that's not possible, because if I've seen this on the review, on the comparisons where I didn't have the devices hands on, people ask, where are the devices? We want to see what you're actually talking about. That is the crux. Because if I would be a channel who has someone who makes the B-roll or would show the stuff off, this would be the best thing. But it's just not possible. But the moment I show something off, I'm dry, and then I can't really talk the way I would like to talk. But if I would just talk the way I want to talk, I wouldn't be able to show the stuff off anymore, and then it would be just me talking and not showing anything off. And these kind of videos definitely didn't get so received all that well. So I will have to figure out how to get a good balance here. This will be my main problem, I guess. And also then not getting off track too much, making the videos too long as I'm doing already now. So I want to actually get this over with, and the ramblings, they are definitely our go. I will definitely keep doing them. One will come already up on Friday. And yeah, definitely what I don't want here is to sound like whiny again and the way you motivate me and all that. That is not a problem because I'm still a lot into reviewing devices, making the reviews, but just not the way I did them so far. For some point, because I think it happened. I still enjoy the outcome at the end and all, but the process of doing it is what's not that fun anymore for me. And this is what I want to get back to, because the longer I keep doing something in a way that I don't fully enjoy, the worse it could end in me completely saying no, I don't want to anymore. But like I said, it could happen that I could lose out on brands. Maybe I should just take this approach without this not having in my mind, because I'm pretty sure that no one even sees all of those brands, even sees my reviews. And maybe that's the way why I try to sometimes seem a little bit more professional, or at least not completely beginnerish or amateurish, because I don't want to be kind of an embarrassment, because if someone would approach me and talk about, because no one who knows me actually sees these reviews, and if someone sees them, I'm actually super embarrassed because of the way I act in front of the camera, because that's just a side that they never see me like. And yeah, I'm not quite sure where I have to get. You got the point. It was very long and it was very repetitive, but I just needed to get that out, and I really hope it kind of will work out, so I can be 100% me in front of the cam for the reviews, because this is just something that I did not achieve. It was always me in terms of the opinion about the device, the rating of the device, and the information about the device, but not the way that I delivered it. So I would say peace out.